You might think that the life you want is not available to you, but I'm telling you, it is possible. Living a good life is possible. And I'm going to be sharing with you three different things that you need to do in order to bring this life closer. And I'm not talking about closer in terms of you're moving towards the future. I mean closer to today so that you know exactly what you need to do to begin waking up to the life that you love. One of the things that I identified as what I needed absolutely every day to feel good is to have access to abundance of fruit and vegetables because that is what I thrive on, that is what I feel good on. When I have enough fruits and vegetables, I feel great. My digestion is great. I don't have bloating. I don't have digestive discomfort. Any other thing that I eat, some things are okay, but nothing comes close to having enough fruits and vegetables in my diet. However, for the longest time, I always felt that this was not accessible to me because as a single mom, I don't have always have that money lying around to get as much fruit. I'm talking about when I say abundance, I don't mean one or two fruit. I mean abundance. I want to eat until I'm okay. You can see right here I have a carton of oranges. I have a carton of bananas. This here is an empty carton of grapes. I had grapes last week. Here I had pineapples. And I think I have some cartons underneath. But what I'm saying in essence is that this is very important for me. I had to clarify that. I had to clarify every area of my life to find out exactly what I needed to feel good and to be happy and to feel like my life is good. And having access to fruits and vegetables was definitely top on the list. But how do you begin to access a life that you feel like is so far off or it's so inaccessible to you because you do not have the funds? The first thing that I'll tell you to do is to clarify. Just like I said, you need to make it so clear what you need in every area of your life to feel good. Once you have identified it, the time has now come for you to come up with a simple system to make sure that this is a reality in your life every day. We are no longer waiting for the children to grow up. We're no longer waiting to figure out the business. We're no longer waiting to make all the money. Right now, today, I believe that God has given us everything that we need for life and godliness. So we have to figure it out, ladies. So once you have clarified what you need as a person to feel good in every area of your life, how do we come up with this simple system? I'm going to share my testimony with you about how I started getting these cartons, this much fruits and vegetables. After that clarity, it became a burning desire in my heart. The second thing I did was to pray about it. I told God how I felt. You know how good I feel when I eat fruits and vegetables, Lord. You know how bad I feel when I eat these other things and I don't have enough fruits and vegetables in my diet, but I cannot afford it. But you are my Father. I ask for provision. And I kid you not, one day I was sitting in front of my computer, really hungry and tired because I didn't know what to eat. Not that I didn't have food at home, I had food at home, but it wasn't what I wanted to eat. And I received a phone call from one of the people that I buy fruits and vegetables from. And he told me he was in a bigger city, Malmo, I live in Sweden, where they go to buy their produce and then come home to sell. And that he found that they had very cheap bananas, because he knows I love bananas. And he asked me if I would want him to get a carton for me. I was so happy because I never asked him for this. I said, yes, please. And then fearfully, I asked him if I could ask for other things. He said, yes, of course. And then I asked him for other fruits that I needed. So because he got it straight from the suppliers, it was very cheap. He was able to get it cheaper for me, a great discount. And from that moment on, we started a relationship, a business relationship, where whenever he's traveling, he lets me know, asks me whatever I wanted. I was actually so disturbed at first because I felt, oh, I can't ask for too much because I'm not paying him. I asked if he wanted me to pay, contribute to the fuel he used. He was like, no, 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 you don't need to do that. And so everything was free for me. I got it at a huge discount. I tried to buy other things from him, when I need, just to contribute to his business and to say thank you for all that he's doing for me. But from that moment on, something flipped in my head. And this was not the first time. Somebody else had already done that for me before, but somehow that contact dwindled. So I wasn't able to continue that, which is what led me to feeling the way I was feeling when this guy called. From there, I started asking other shops that also sell fruits and vegetables, if they have ripe bananas that they don't want to keep longer for fear of it going bad or them going bad. They call me and let me know, ask me if I wanted. Just yesterday, my son went to buy something, rice, and the owner of the shop told him, tell your mother I have some ripe bananas that I'm going to sell very cheap. She's interested. So I called him. I said, please, I'm interested. Save them for me. I'll come and pick them up. So what is the reason why I'm telling you this testimony or this long story? I want you to know that you don't need to give up on yourself. You don't need to live every day in quiet desperation or anxiety because you don't have money. While you work to figure out the money aspect, I need you to also get creative about how to make your life work today. This is just one example out of many. For me, this was a must. In fact, if I was going to figure out that money, I had to eat right, because when I don't eat well, I don't feel good. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm not happy. Therefore, I cannot work well, I can't focus, I don't have the attention that is needed for me to be as productive as I want to be. So it was a must that I figured out this food aspect. And as I got the clarity that I needed as to what was necessary for me to feel good in this area of my life, prayed about it, and then I was open to receiving. Started making these connections. You have to take steps, go out of your way to see, what can I do? Apply a little creativity. Don't just imagine that there is only one way to get things done. Or for me to eat well, I need money. No, there's so many things you can do without money. So ladies, let's get creative. What can you do today to improve the quality of your life already today? Let's stop living in the future. Let's stop postponing our joy and our happiness. Everything you need for life and godliness, the Bible says that God has already given to us. So how can we make that a reality? How can we tap into this abundance that God has already blessed us with today? I no longer live in that space of lack. I'm not a millionaire by any means. I'm not the wealthiest person by any means. But I believe that what I need every day to live well, to raise my children, to be happy and content, that God has promised to provide, and He is faithful. So what do you need in order for your life to feel good? What do you need in order to wake up every day and be happy and have the energy and the will to work towards whatever it is you want the future to be? Drop it in the comment below, and let's see how we can go ahead and make that a reality for you. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.